Which of the following incorrectly describe reactions of metals with water? Again, we have 4 options here. Now let's look at option B. Alkali metals react with water to produce a base and hydrogen gas. Now that's not correct because alkali metals don't produce a base. So this is incorrect. We have C, which is aluminium, zinc and iron reacting with steam to produce metal oxide and hydrogen gas. Now metal oxide is incorrect because aluminium and zinc, they react with cold water, so that's not correct. We have option D, which is magnesium reacting with hot water to produce a metal oxide and hydrogen gas. That's incorrect as well because it's not hot water it's reacting with. And A, most metals react with cold water to produce a metal oxide and hydrogen gas. So that's incorrect because it's metal, hydroxide and hydrogen gas, making this the correct answer because it's asking for the incorrect description. So question 11, A is the correct answer. Now moving to question 12, we have 3 parts in question 12. The first part asks, write the word equation, and it has to be balanced chemical equation for the reactions of the following. So first you have to write a word equation and then you have to write a balanced chemical equation. We have potassium with water. Now what you remember about potassium is that it's very rapid in reaction. So potassium reacting with water would form potassium hydroxide and hydrogen. So this is your word equation and this is your chemical equation. Chemical equation, potassium is K, water H2O, and then we have potassium hydroxide. Potassium is from group 1, giving a valency of 1, and hydroxide is from group, has a valency of -1, so that's giving us KOH and hydrogen gas. So that's simple. We have part B, which is calcium with water. Calcium again is a very reactive metal. So we have calcium with water to produce calcium hydroxide and hydrogen. Now calcium, if you refer to your periodic table, is Ca and water is H2O. So when they react, they form calcium hydroxide. Now calcium is from group 2, so it has a valency of +2, and hydroxide has a valency of -1. So when you're writing a chemical equation for that, it's going to be Ca, the 2 here crosses over to the hydroxide, giving OH brackets 2. And we have hydrogen gas being produced. Now the brackets are there because whole hydroxide ions, there are going to be 2 of them. It's not just going to be a hydrogen that has 2, it's a whole hydroxide ion. That's why there's a bracket incorporating our OH. Moving to part C. Part C says aluminium with steam. Now, aluminium reacts with steam to produce aluminium oxide. When it reacts with steam, it always produces an oxide and hydrogen. So we have aluminium with water, but always remember to put your G because it's a gas. Steam is gas, yes. So you have to put G for next to water, and it produces aluminium oxide, which is Al2O3. Because aluminium is from group 3, it has a valency of +3, and oxygen is from group 6, so it has a -2. When they cross over, it's going to be Al2O3. And we have hydrogen gas also being produced. Now moving to question 13, it says steam trains use coal to heat water in large boilers to produce the steam needed to turn the wheels. Why would it be unwise to make these boilers of iron? Now why is it unwise? Because iron reacts with the water to produce iron oxide and hydrogen gas. The container would then rust and hydrogen gas would also be produced. Now this point here comes from our lesson before. So when you're answering such questions, especially like long answer questions like these, you have to incorporate your knowledge from other parts of the lesson. So here we have the rust being formed because iron oxide is rust. So the rusting would also damage the steam trains. So that's how you would incorporate 2 different sections in one answer. So that's getting to the end of the lesson. We just covered metals that react with water. Especially metals react with cold water, steam, and also inert metals.